Today, in the trial of accused mushroom murderer Erin Patterson, the court heard for the first time the prosecution's claims about exactly what was on the electronic devices seized from the mother of two's home. A senior member of Victoria Police's cybercrime squad detailing that his investigation of a computer seized from Erin Patterson's house
confirmed a Bing search was done for iNaturalist.
The search made more than a year before the fatal lunch.
In simple terms, does this record indicate that the search engine Bing accessed that URL on the 28th of May 2022?
Yes.
It's the same website the court heard included the locations of death cat mushrooms in the regional towns of Outram and Lock. The court also hearing the computer seized from the accused's home twice visited a post on the location of death cat mushrooms in May 2022. Erin Patterson has pleaded not guilty to all charges. Erin Pearson is the Age's crime and justice reporter. She was in court in Morwell today. Erin, what else can you tell us about the testimony from the computer expert?
Yeah, so we heard a lot of evidence today from a digital forensics expert who works for Victoria Police. His name is Sharman Fox Henry, and he took the jury through records that he says he downloaded from Erin Patterson's laptop when it was seized from her home in the aftermath of the fatal lunch. When he looked at this device, he said he was asked to download lots of different pieces of data which include web history searches. And he says on the 28th of May 2022, there was evidence that there was some searches made for a death cat mushroom sighting in Moorabbin, which is on the outskirts of Melbourne, at a reserve there. And then also around the same time, guys, the expert said when looking at the data, it appeared that that same laptop made a URL or an internet search for the local pub. They were the two key searches that were the jury was taken through today.
I understand that in court cases you need to be thorough, you need to go into a lot of detail, you don't want to make too many assumptions. But what I am not entirely sure about is why he began by giving everyone a lesson on what a computer is. Where did that come from?
That's right, guys. His evidence really started with a PowerPoint presentation that had been prepared for the jury, and it started with the basics of what is a computer and what are different parts of a computer, such as a hard drive and different types of files. What's a cache file? These things that we often hear in the IT world. So they started from scratch explaining that information, and then the witness broke it down into, okay, so this is what I've examined and this is why. And I've done this because the police have asked me to take a look at these particular devices, and it was the laptop specifically that we heard about today. But yes, so started with that basic information and then it got quite complex. There was a lot of data, a lot of numbers, times, dates and things like that that ended off the day.
Among that data, Erin, aside from web history searches, Mr Fox Henry also told the court that he had been tasked with searching for keywords like death cat mushroom, poison. Do we know the results of that?
Yeah, we were told that he was asked to sort of enter these specific search words and then flag them for detectives when he then passed on his analysis, including a copy of the hard drive over to Homicide Squad detectives. And there were these keywords, you're right, death cat mushroom, mushroom poisoning, and different varieties of those words he was asked to enter into his search. But we didn't hear what the results of those were. We do know that this witness is up again tomorrow with more questions to follow.
Erin, thank you very much for your time. For me.
Thank you.